welcome back to Picking Fights with Friends MMA show. I'm your host, Chris Terry. On today's episode, we'll be previewing UFC Fight Night Edwards vs. Muhammad. We'll take a look at the matchups, the odds. I'll share my predictions and best bets. But first, let's see how my predictions and best bets did last weekend. Results from the last event are brought to you by Prime Garage Doors, LLC. Garage door service, repair, and installation. Call Manny and make an appointment today. So last Saturday, I ended up taking another beating in my fantasy league. I finished in last place, which I haven't done in forever. It's just really rough this month. Actually, all year it's been really rough. When making your picks, there's a lot of factors to consider. And in my opinion, the biggest X factor going on right now is the lack of a crowd. You can see many performances that are drastically affected by this. So I'm hoping in the next month or two, they open up the doors, let the crowd back in, and get things back on track. And hopefully I do better with my fight night picks. So like I said, I went 9 for 15, which is not too bad, but my fantasy league is ruthless, man. We had some guys like miss just like a couple fights. They almost called the card perfect, which is insane. There's so many fights. It's so hard to do. I think I've only called a perfect card, I think 2 or 3 times in the last like 7 or 8 years. Here's what I predicted what would happen. And here's what actually happened. So on the live show, I called Nunez mauling Anderson by submission in the first round. To add insult to injury to that, the UFC ended up firing Anderson just a few days ago. Got to give credit to Blachowicz. His game plan against Adesanya was perfect. He ended up winning by decision, which is really good. But a lot of people thought he was going to get knocked out early. Peter Yan ended up losing his belt by disqualification. Did a very intentional illegal knee. I don't know what the fuck his corner was yelling at him. It sounded like they told him like he was up, go ahead and knee him. And he kind of hesitated for a moment and then kneed him. It's like, dude, if you have to second guess yourself, it's probably not a good idea. And here's what my best bets did over the weekend. I had a 3-leg parlay, unfortunately, that did not hit. My 2 straight bets ended up cashing. And only one of my underdogs hit. Saturday's card is 13 fights scheduled, and they might add one more. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'll let you know when I find out. But as for right now, there's 13 fights. Let's take a look at them. UFC Fight Night Edwards vs. Muhammad takes place this Saturday at the UFC Apex Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. Prelims begin at 3 p.m. and the main card kicks off at 6 p.m. on ESPN+. Let's take a look at the matchups odds and I'll make my predictions. Matchups, odds, and predictions are brought to you by Half Empty Clothing. Check them out online at halfemptyllc.bigcartel.com. Kicking off the prelims, we go to the welterweight division. We have Semelsberger taking on Witt. Oddsmakers have Semelsberger at -130 and Witt at +110. My pick will be Witt by submission in round 3. Our second fight of the evening takes place in the women's strawweight division. We have DePaula taking on Frey. Oddsmakers have DePaula at -170 and Frey at +145. My pick will be DePaula by decision. And then we go to the bantamweight division where we have Martinez taking on Grant. Oddsmakers have Martinez at -310 and Grant at +250. My pick will be Martinez by decision. On to the featherweight division, we have Jourdain taking on Rojo. Oddsmakers have Jourdain at -260 and Rojo at +210. My pick will be Jourdain by submission in round 2. And in the bantamweight division, we have Yaya taking on Rodriguez. Oddsmakers have Yaya at -310 and Rodriguez at +250. My pick will be Yaya by decision. And in the lightweight division, we have Hawk Powerhouse, who's supposed to take on Mage. Unfortunately, Mage is out. Taking his spot is Rafa Garcia. Oddsmakers have Hakparas at -380 and Rafa Garcia at +315. My pick will be Hakparas by knockout in round 2. Did you ever notice that Gaslam and Hakparas could be twins? And in the women's flyweight division, we have Casey taking on Aldrich. Oddsmakers have Casey at +125 and Aldrich at -150. My pick will be Aldrich by decision. And to kick off the main card, we go to the middleweight division where we have Anders taking on Stewart. Oddsmakers have Anders at +155 and Stewart at -180. My pick will be Stewart by knockout in round 2. And in the flyweight division, we have Kopp taking on Nicolou. Oddsmakers have Kopp at -140 and Nicolou at +120. My pick will be Kopp by decision. And in the women's strawweight division, we have Hill taking on Yoder. Oddsmakers have Hill at -370 and Yoder at +290. My pick will be Hill by decision. In the featherweight division, we have Ige taking on Tucker. Oddsmakers have Ige at -130 and Tucker at +110. My pick will be Ige by decision. Then we go up to the light heavyweight division. We have Serkinov taking on Span. Oddsmakers have Serkinov at -125 and Span at +105. My pick will be Serkinov by decision. And our main event of the evening takes place in the welterweight division. We have Edwards taking on Muhammad. Odds makers have Edwards at minus 270 and Muhammad at plus 220. My pick will be Edwards by knockout in round 3. My best bets are brought to you by Supreme Clean Professional Cleaning Service. Call or email for an appointment. Here are my best bets that I recommend this weekend. I'll be placing a 3-leg parlay consisting of Jourdain, Yahya, and Martinez, betting them all on the money line. I'll also be placing 2 straight bets. One of them will be betting on Hill to win in over 2.5 rounds, and I'll be betting Edwards on the money line. I like the 3 underdogs this weekend too, in Courtney Casey, Eric Anders, and Bilal Muhammad. I would bet Casey to win in over 2.5 rounds, bet Anders on the money line, and bet Muhammad on the money line. And that's the show, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up and a share. It would help me out a lot. I put a lot of work making these videos, and I would not mind getting paid to make them. Also, remember to join us on Facebook Live every Friday. It was Thursday. I'm moving it to Friday. We're going to talk MMA, share some funny stories, share some laughs, and then, of course, the horse races. Hope you're all having a great week. I will talk to you later. Enjoy the fights this weekend. Bye.